evening, all my little fluffs. Caddie here with you tonight, and hopefully I'm on camera well enough here. Ah, that'll help. All right, so tonight's a thoughts video, and I'm feeling kind of princessy, somewhat capey, and rather fluffy. And of course, because this is the kind of thoughts video I'm doing, spoiler alert, possible spoilers if you have not seen this yet. But tonight's movie of choice is another one of the Avengers-y type movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We have Endgame. Endgame. Game is done. Sad. Game over. So this would be the conclusion to Thanos' adventure of collect them all them fancy rocks, and then I made the world go poof in the last movie. Uh, so this happens. It starts off just after Thanos had done the big old finger snap, and half of everyone everywhere had disappeared. Unfortunately for poor Hawkeye, his wife and his kids were all three part of the 50% that went away. He was left with nothing. That sucks. Uncool in relation to that. Tony Stark did not lose Pepper or Happy, so he had all his people that actually counted. I think Rhodey was even one of the people that survived. No, he was gone. But yeah, really blows whenever your whole family is part of the poof. Overall, I will say for this movie, I give it not as good as Infinity War. It is not actually one of my favorites. Mostly because the beginning is slow as I'll get out. I think it's anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes of people just accepting and dealing with the fact that half of everyone's gone. And I understand some time needs to be spent on this, but this movie didn't need to be 3 hours to have half hour to 45 minutes or so just kind of, meandering along. It felt too meandery. Nothing really happened hardly. People just sat and talked and were pouty. Like, I know, a lot of stuff just happened. Like, a bunch of people disappeared, but I don't need to sit here and be bummed for 45 minutes because of that. A movie isn't supposed to bum me out that much. So, yeah, we start off with Bumitude. Not really that great. After that, we figure out how to time travel to go using the Ant-Man technology and the portal to the microverse. We travel back in time to get the Infinity Stones because in this reality, Thanos had, after he snapped half everyone out of existence, he snapped the Infinity Stones themselves out of existence. So he literally destroyed the only thing that could fix everything he did. And basically ate up his entire arm. His whole arm was just crusty and non-functional. Really, wow, that's a sacrifice for existence. You give up half of everyone and you give up your left arm. That's a big thing. So the good guys, what's left of them, split up and go to different times where the Infinity Stones had still existed and go to heist them. Most of these are pretty unexciting. Soul Stone, we have to lose Black Widow because someone has to be sacrificed permanently, and she apparently drew the short straw and got thrown in the pit of, gonitude. Um, Tony Stark and Captain America kind of mess up on getting at least one of the stones. They have to go back even further again, and they try a second time and get more Pym particles even further back in time. So cool, and a little bit of a twist. Um, Probably one of the best of the acquisitions was Hulk getting the Time Stone from the original Sorcerer Supreme, who I was legit sad had died in Doctor Strange. I thought she was awesome. She really played the part. She felt mystical. She felt cool. She felt just so badass at being just kind of there. I like. It's hard to explain. She just really was awesome, and the fact she was like, "Oh, yes, I have the time stone. Oh, you want it? No." And her and Bruce Banner had to have a convo about why it was okay and why it was the thing we had to do. And it wasn't until he mentioned Doctor Strange specifically said, "This is the one chance that we have to make things right." And then she was like, "Doctor Strange said that? Oh, oops. Then here you go." And he got the time stone there, and then yay, we got that one. So, long story short of that portion, we get all the stones back, and they manufacture a glove, all Iron Man techie style, which is okay, legit. That was pretty cool looking. The Iron Man Iron Gauntlet of Destiny, or whatever they want to call it, with all of the Infinity Stones on it. And the only person they thought was going to be powerful enough to do this and live was the Hulk. So Hulky Boy put on the oven bit of destiny, did the big snap, and brought back everyone that was blipped away. It was like 5 or 7 years ago. I forget for sure. I think it was 5 years ago. Anyway, doesn't really matter. It's all long enough of a time. And similar to Thanos, when he did the snippy snappy, his entire arm was like scorched. He basically wasted his entire arm doing this, his side of his body. And through to the end of the movie, he ends up in a sling with his damaged arm. I'm not sure if they ever let him recover after that, but wow, that's a blow. Sacrificing one of your punchers. You can't smash the ball with only one of those bad boys. Unfortunately, though, while Nebula was off another time, um, Nebula of that time was being worked on, and they connected to her memory drive of other her, found out what was going on, kidnapped other her, and forced other her to teach them how to do the time travel thing. So just as we snap the world back to the way it needs to be, Rutro, Thanos of that time, teleported his shippy to this time, and now we have a problem. And they break the Avengers campus building, whatever it is, wherever it is at the moment. A lot of crushing, a lot of people are in peril because of that, and Um, then all of a sudden, we thankfully had brought everyone back to life and back to existence. And we, using Doctor Strange and all his mysticky buddies, they make portals from everywhere and bring everybody that's in existence out to have a big old final battle royale with the Thanos crew. Um, Everybody from Wakanda, everybody from wherever planet it was that Doctor Strange and some of the Guardians of the Galaxy were stuck on. Um, Everybody from the Asgard city, wherever they were at, people came and had a party. Uh, Honestly, though the concept of the giant battle royale is cool, the environment was really rocky and messy. It was hard to follow what was going on sometimes. At least you could tell who was good guys and who was bad guys because it was more or less uh, Thanos' kids, which we'd all seen before, but now they're back to life because they're from the past, and a bunch of Chitauri, the alien guys from the first Avengers movie, and their flying dragon-y ship things, and a bunch of kind of ogre critters. It seemed very Lord of the Rings-esque in this. It felt like we were going against, you know, those the goblin and orc army or whatever because we had big ogre guys that were on chains with them. But that's nitpicking. I can't complain about that part too much. At least you can tell who was good guys and who was bad guys. um, and at some point, Captain Marvel just zips in there and just was like, "Oh, Thanos' ship," and blows it to hoo ha, cause she is 100% badass. Um, Now, another part I was not overly excited by, but did happen was, and hear me out, please don't be offended by this one, the girl power moment. I don't mind there being girl power. In fact, I enjoy the fact we have girl power. Just the quantitative inconvenience of why and how this group comes together. None of these people really knew each other, hardly, if they did, because half of them had been poofed and had never met the other half. But we're just going to have a girl group moment to try and move the gauntlet away out of the zone and to the van that we had the teleporter thing in the butt of. It just felt so contrived, so just absolute softball setup. It was cool, but the concept was just, why did that happen? It made no sense. I can definitely see having each of those female characters in the midst of the combat doing some really cool things, punching or throwing or blasting or whatever their each individual ability is. There's several of them in there. You could have had all that going on, but no, we just had to stop everything to have a little game of girls are doing something special. Like it felt It felt like one of the few many times where at a job I didn't get a position or something because they had to have inclusivity and they were required to take the person who was not a white guy, give them a promotion. I'm not sitting here complaining about anyone or anything getting things they deserve. It's whenever the system works the wrong way and someone gets a promotion or someone gets put on screen because we have to feel more inclusive. I want them to be included. I don't want them to shoehorn in the wrong way. This is shoehorning. The right way would have been just have them be there. don't have like a special like stand up and go, well, there's like 6 girls here right now. Let's do this. More of a, all right, Spider-Man, do a handoff. And Rescue, aka Pepper Potts, grabs the gauntlet and starts flying down. And oh no, something's happened to her. And just okay, here. And this is like I'm going convenience here. And she gets smacked around, and Valkyrie takes it. I forget what her character is actually. She was a Valkyrie. She grabs and she goes for a bit, and oh no, she's going down. And that head of the uh, Wakanda guard lady, she grabs and she goes for a bit. And then Captain Marvel grabs her for a bit. And then whoever else was there. There were, again, part of the problem with this was not all the girls that were involved in this were as noticeable. So, um, I think it was the other two important girls from Black Panther were there, and it's like his sister and his friend, or was it his other sister? I actually I was having trouble following there too, and here just we have these girls back, and now we're playing this. It would have been a lot better had we done anything but a spiffy little pose up and moved on. I would have complained about this no matter what race, gender, color, or whatever it was. If we'd done a whole bunch of boys doing this again, or if we had, oh, let's have the Guardians of the Galaxy specifically do this. No. Let's switch it up and let's have the original Avengers cast do it. I'll switch again. We'll have the B team Avengers come and do it, whatever's left of them, because some of those guys are dead now. Um, sorry. Um, yeah, that could have been so much better. And I apologize. I am not opposed to women being in these movies. I actually really like when the women characters are getting put on. Wanda is a dream. She is an excellent character. She is written well. She's a very powerful character. Dare I say, probably more powerful than Jean Grey in this universe, especially at the end of WandaVision. I would say she ranked higher. That's my thoughts, personal opinion. In a fight, Wanda would probably win. Chaos Magic beats Phoenix. uh, and we had Rescue Pepper Potts out on her first thing wearing that outfit. I I think she would have been better off had we had more time with that. We just kind of left that not exist until this battle. It literally did not get worn until this battle. The head got worn by Tony's daughter, and that was it. So that battle, that particular part, made me angry, and it didn't need to. It could have been done so much better. I will definitely say, though, the final portion where Thanos did get the magical new Iron Man glove of destiny and was about to do the snap, and Tony hand grabs with him, pulls away. Thanos does the snap and realizes nothing happened because Tony pulled the stones off onto himself. And he sacrifices his life, totally sacrifices his life there to save everyone. Yeah, that happened. It was one of those. He has him. He did the thing. Uh-oh. He ain't doing so good. um. So yeah, that ended. Um. Uh. Yeah, that sucked. Uh. In the end, we had a big old funeral for Tony, which was pretty. Sad, but I'll give that one purpose. It again though, we had to do a little pan out to every group of people. Uh, this could have been more end of Star Wars Episode 4, where you just have people lined up. No, we had to stop and pause on each group of people. And these are things, again, kind of like the beginning 45 minutes, I feel padded this movie in a way that it didn't need to. Because it made you want to be padded, or you ain't going to make it through without a potty break. You know what I mean? If you don't know what I mean, don't go looking that up because you have no idea, and it's not a trail of fun you want to get down into tonight. um, and in the end, we even sacrificed Captain America. He goes back to put the Infinity Stones back and decides just to stay and live himself out and just finishes off a really old man, having lived the rest of his life, going back through past again and up to now. So, yeah, that kind of bit. Like, there wasn't any reason for him to be dead or worn out. He could have just come back and live the rest of now. So, yeah, all my complaints aside, it still was fun, but it had so many promising points where it could have been better. And I'm not just talking like me complaining better. I mean, these are things that could have been cinematically much better had they been handled more appropriately. So, that is my thoughts. Um, yeah. So, do you have any opinions? Did you watch it? Hate it? Love it? Feel any way I did about any of these things? Let me know. Comment box below. Do the thing. But for now, definitely want to thank you for spending some time with me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the little dingly bell. The little dingly bell let you know when I post new videos. Who knows? Be a Caddie video. And both my Coffee link and my Patreon link are in the description box below. I appreciate any money donated to either of those. They both help me support this channel and help make you better videos to enjoy. But for now, thank you for spending some time with this lion for the evening, and hope you had a fun time, and I'll see you all again on a future video. So ta-ta, mwah, and stay princessy.